so welcome back to the Gfinity Arena. I'm in a different seat, first time in the Elite Series, week 4. I'm joined by one of the Envyus players, Comps. Not playing tonight, they've gone all French. Did you not know enough for the GCSE French level to join that team, or?
Yeah, I just know salut and bonjour. It wasn't enough to get.
So you just know how to say hello. That is solid work. I love that. Comps, Envyus need that win tonight. I can tell everyone at home or wherever you may be that they were saying to the panel, Damascus, pick me because I'll be the winning player to come down and have a chat with us. That's confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. I personally think that we are going to take the win. How we take it is a completely different thing. But we need the win, and we're definitely going to get the win.
Okay, beautiful. And I love the way you're blending in with your flowers in this glorious Gfinity Arena. Just surrounded by RMZ and Joker Jokes from your team. Obviously, the reason aren't going to be an easy challenge. If you were to put a prediction out there, you know, is it going to be 3-1, 3-0? We just saw Prophecy absolutely dominate Method. What would you put your prediction on?
Simply because Prophecy beat Method, I can't really guarantee and say 3-0. So let's just say 3-1.
If your team was to lose, before I pass over to the commentators, casters, there would be more of a chance for you to come back in and play and maybe get that first win in the Elite Series.
Definitely. If I play again, I'm going to come in with a different mindset. And I am going to show you, you specifically, that I'm better than you think.
Man, I think you're an awesome player. Listen, Comps, we're going to enjoy this match. I'm going to throw over right now to the one and only Mr. Logan and F-Word for this matchup.
Thanks very much, Tom. It is definitely the battle of two teams scrapping for their first win.
Yeah, it's like a relegation battle almost.
Massively, massive importance for Team Envyus because they haven't even got a point yet.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a big surprise because when this was announced, Team Envyus is such a humongous team in the world of esports. Everyone was excited to see them compete. It's been a struggle, but I'll tell you what, they've pulled out all the stops this week. They've brought in TKR, they got the full French squad, and they're looking to make a massive impact.
They are up against it, though, because they are the home team, which meant they had to put forward their first player, and it is going to be TKR, a very solid player with a solid character. Chun-Li, of course, suffered a bit in the Season 2 rebalance, but she's overall still probably a well-rounded character in terms of her abilities. Going up against Undercover, and I'm pretty sure that Undercover was the guy that put himself forward for this. I'm pretty sure he stepped up to the plate and said, "Yeah, I like this one. I'm setting pace."
He's got a great attitude towards this whole thing. He's just having a good time, looking to cause upsets. And you know, TKR clearly, you know, if you're looking on paper over the last few seasons, and you know, in terms of like a list of high-profile players beaten, TKR's got to be the strongest player on that team. So
and listen,
it makes sense for them to put him
this
forward.
game, you can look at character mashups, you can look at player history and stats, but at the end of the day, I feel this game comes down to confidence and believing in your decisions and your reads.
And if there's one guy who's good at that, I think TKR's he's an absolute beast in that area. But let's not write off Undercover completely. He has had some phenomenal performances so far. Without further ado, we're going to get into this. Make some noise, guys. Team Envyus versus Reason. Relegation battle, first game, let's go. All right, you have TKR on the left as Chun-Li.
Both backing away straight away, but he gets the dash up and gets the confirm into the combo. Goes for the meaty forward hard kick.
Has him in the corner now as well, very early. I mean, how familiar is Undercover going to be with a Chun-Li player? You don't really see too many of them these days, Logan.
Undercover trying to play a very mobile game. He's jumping, he's dashing, he's going from full screen to engage. No anti-air that time, though. And again, what's he looking for with that neutral jump?
I'm not sure. I think he just doesn't want to engage on the ground. A lot of Nikalis don't find this matchup comfortable on the ground. In fact, it's when he takes to the air that he can cause Chun-Li a lot of problems. Pops the V-trigger, spends the EX there.
He spent a lot of bar in that exchange and not seen a lot for it. Doesn't get the meaty crouch hard punch, but he's got the corner control.
Oh, he gets opened up though. Nice activation there from TKR. One more opening should do it.
Oh, tick throw, takes it, nice.
Lovely meaty jab into the throw there.
I think that was very good patience there from TKR. He was never really frustrated at all, even though Undercover was playing very mobile, very hit and run, in and out style, but TKR maintained his composure, and that time he's ready for that neutral jump. He's got that scouted now.
He had a nice little sequence of blocks done there from Undercover, but TKR very patient, just blocked it all out and then waited his turn.
TKR trying to anti-air with a light kick there, and it failed that time, but he didn't get a massive punish for it. Oh,
nice reaction from Undercover. Who said this guy's too old to play Street Fighter? Get out of here. Has recorded now as well. Oh,
nice, meets him in the air. Yep, he interrupts after that's minus now on block, the air legs.
Great to the jab there. Didn't convert off the counter hit though. Oh, unsafe, way too close. Good punish there from TKO, identified that, no meter here, but has a full V trigger, does undercover.
Nice use of the ground pound, he's got a big jump in.
Oh.
He could have confirmed into the V trigger and closed the round out, but he might pay for it now as the super.
Tried to reset. Oh my days. Undercover with the Rago DP. Just do it.
They are. There we see trying to squeeze more out than more juice out from that instance than he was allowed.
Yeah, was looking to end that round with that overhead, but Undercover was just smashing for dear life. It paid off. Great choice from Undercover. One round apiece
Here we
now.
go. Final rounds, and again
pressing buttons after that. Oh, I feel like TKR's just upped it a little bit here. Really putting the pressure on.
Nice. He ducked underneath that jump in and got the punish on the trip guard. Into the corner, keeps him there. Activate, that was a great activation.
Can Undercover make something happen? No. DP again, missed his meaty.
This is the meaty.
One more hit will do it for TKR, bad ground pound, and it's going to be 1-0 to Team Envyus. And TKR, as always, very animated, very excited. Gets one on the board for his team. Undercover, no slouch there. That was very close, Logan.
TKR definitely happy that he took that one there. I feel in the end there it was his patience that won out. Undercover was very frustrating to deal with. Got a number of jump-ins. As I said, the dashes, the mobility there, Nakali, that makes him so difficult. But he wasn't really able to make the most out of his V-trigger. And here you see some of the moments that really took it for TKR. That tick throw there in the end, paying off for him. Here he goes for a cheeky reset, but Undercover is not letting him have that overhead.
And this bad ground pound here, just a bad choice there from Undercover to allow.
He did actually ground pound in an earlier round, and the fireball wore out.
Yeah, but I think TKR might have picked up on that. He walked forward a tiny bit, pulled the screen.
He made some really good adjustments in there as well. He was ready for the neutral jumps. He was meeting him in the air with a medium kick. Made some great adjustments.
One thing he did really well was catching his the vulnerability on the trip card every time he did a button in the air.
Yeah, her great walk speed is great for that as well. Let's get into the next matchup, which is going to be Nassim Claw's Vega against Nashor's Laura. Now, on paper, this is a bad matchup, character-wise, but I am throwing my paper out of the window because we've seen that character matchups mean pretty much nothing in this first-to-one series format. So Nassim Claw is a very tricky player. He's active in some of the European events. Of course, Leon have a number of solid tournaments which he attends. But in terms of awareness, how aware are we of this player on a continental-wide scale?
Let's be transparent. We have not seen this guy outside of the French region. You know, he's a guy who we come across very rarely when we're in France, and even then, if it's not Lyon or Paris, I don't really come across Nassim Claw. Now, TKR and Leo, the other guys on the team, we see them often. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs. But one thing we do know is Lyon are one of the cities in the whole of Europe that have had, you know, access to Street Fighter V for a very long time. And they were very, very early in their dominance in the game in France. So, you know, I'm assuming Nassim's part of that crowd, so he's not going to be any slouch.
Let me ask you this, though, because this is a very interesting one, specifically with the Laura match. We're talking about how people don't have experience with Nassim Claw, but then definitely not going to have experience with Nashor because, again, a player that doesn't travel around Europe to the events. And we've seen how players can know the Laura matchup. They might have it trained with a Mr. Crimson, they might have trained with a Leo, but they will play another Laura player that plays in a different style, and they'll get blown up in 15 seconds. There's always that possibility.
And you know what, even if you know the Laura, because it's Laura, one game, it's very scary, and we've seen so many people suffer from that in this Elite Series so far.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one goes. One thing's for certain, though, Team Envyus win this, and they are in a great position to take this series. Catches him low there. This is not an easy one for Claw. A lot of Lauras really enjoy this matchup, actually. They get into it, and you know, they find out they're playing a Claw, they get excited.
Claw obviously doesn't have great defensive options.
Love that punish on the hard punch. That was way too close. Sweep. So active all over Nashor right now, looking to end this.
One more touch of the stun, and he goes low. Should be able to close it out if he uses bar. Yes, he does.
Very solid first round there from Nassim Claw. Team Envyus halfway there now.
Right about now, Nassim Claw's playing a very solid ground game. He's not really allowing King Nashua's Laura to get in on him.
Really important for Nashua personally that he tries to register here as well. He hasn't won a round yet in the series.
The overhead whiff that time.
Oh, behind. Nice wake up jab. Gets a little something going there. Command dash into command throw. Has him in the corner.
Oh, he's going for those overheads. The bane of every player against Laura. He's looking for that medium kick activation. Good V reversal.
Great choice.
Could have probably reacted to that with an EX command grab.
That's him trying to close this one out.
Oh, that reaction. Great slide.
That's got him reset. One more hit will do it.
He's getting scrappy now. He's going for the loops after that. The frame advantage after the rolling crystal flash.
It's a serious mix up that, Logan. Can Nashua pull this one back?
He just needs the one more hit, and it's so difficult to stop.
Oh, knockdown!
Oh, he went for the command grab after the tick. That was a great jump out.
One more tap there. Oh! Right it. Went for the EX command grab. Wow. 2-0 to Team Envyus. They are looking set to register themselves. I'll tell you what, already they've got themselves their first point in this season. Even if they're going to this 3-2 right
Very true. Very
true.
They
are off the mark there. They've been on 0 the last 3 weeks. They've got themselves guaranteed at least a point right now, Logan.
2/3 of the work they're done. And I really like that play there from Nassim Claw. He was very patient in the ground. Very, very difficult for Nashua to deal with. He didn't really let him get started at all there, to be honest with you. And he mitigated a lot of that pressure really, really well.
I love the way he dealt with it when he got command grabbed as well, because he got command grabbed and Laura can start her engine at that point and you can lose the whole round. We saw Afi win a whole round off of one opening. It wasn't the case. He dealt with that pressure really well. But then at the same time, was Nashua aggressive enough when he had those situations? I'm not sure. One game set, you really need to make those little situations count.
Those little situations matter. The activation on block there with the V trigger, and he wasn't really able to get anything after that. A great mitigation there from Nassim Claw. That's when Laura's at her scariest. She can really steal the round from you there. But Nassim Claw did a great job, and that is 2/3 of the work done. Now, Leo for Envyus is going to want to show us how to do the Laura job properly. He's going up against cross counter Roy here using Karin.
All the pressure on cross counter right now.
This is a matchup that we see at least 20 times a week in the UK because two of our very best players play these characters, of course, Afi and Pax. But we are seeing two brand new players here match them up, and it is Leo, who has really exploded onto the scene in France this past year, as you said. That Lyon scene is doing incredibly well at the moment.
Yeah, very impressive, Laura. I think I was Tupac I met with about a year ago, and he said you need to watch out for my apprentice. I think he called him at the time. Was Leo, and you know, since then it's Leo who's been really setting the pace with Laura in the French region, as well as Mr. Crimson, who obviously uses her as his second.
Got some big wins in tournament this year already, of course, against international competition in Paris. And he is here looking for a big win to close it out 3-0 for Team Envyus and get those first 3 points on the board.
It's a big ask here for cross counter, but you know what has he got to do psychologically to get past the pressure that's on him now? His team are 2-0 down, reason yet to get a victory in the whole of this series so far. Psychologically, he's got to be in a very unique place right now.
He needs to just get a big first round, big opening first round, I think is going to be the best thing for him. It's going to be the best thing confidence-wise. Really don't let Laura get any momentum because that is definitely the scariest position to be in against her. He's going to want to control, use those normals, the medium kick, the hard kick.
He's had some great moments as well, cross counter, when I've seen him play. Just hasn't been able to complete it. Could this be the moment where he pieces it all together? Leo, on the other hand, very experienced, done damage in tournaments already, will definitely be the favorite in this.
Well, this is what the Elite Series was all about. It's about players stepping up and really putting in those performances like we saw Shiv Rukan do in the last fixture. Can cross counter do that now here against Leo to keep Reason Gaming in it, or are Team Envyus going to sweep 3-0?
Good start here from Leo. Needs to interrupt those fireballs, not let them get on the screen. Beautiful use of the light kick there. Confirm. Oh, nice dash underneath the jump in there from Leo. Puts cross counter in the corner. Gets out though.
Jumping a lot. He's not maintaining this ground control.
Oh, big opening. Dropped hit. Love the delay there. Wow, just do it.
He's risking it all.
Just needs one opening here. Has the V-trigger.
Oh, that was a bad tank on it. Should be the round.
Leo just blocked it out there, waiting for an opportunity. Unfortunately, Crosscounter gave it to him.
Round 2.
Set
Crosscounter
point.
needs to be more patient, man. I feel like the pressure's getting to him. He's trying desperately to try and squeeze something out of this, forcing opportunities rather than waiting for them to come and just playing patiently.
Yeah,
got that corner control.
Needed to make that count more, but got count hit by the medium.
Too big of a gap in that pressure there, and now Leo stays in front, and that's going to be the stun, and that should be the round as well.
Team Envyus have done it, Logan. Team Envyus have registered with a 3-0 win over Reason. What a fantastic victory, and there you have it. The shirt is up, the pop-offs are real tonight.
Thankfully he's got a shirt on underneath there as well, so we don't have to see the moves on TV, but Leo definitely popping off there. He's very happy to get that, and that could be the start of a run for Team Envyus. They're going to definitely need to go on a run to challenge.
We saw it with Epsilon after week 1. We thought, you know, it's a decent team, but, you know, they're not really one to be worried about.
Comps posturing there in the crowd as if he had anything to do with that victory, but shout out to you, Comps.
His teammates have saved him there, haven't they? They've saved him his blushes after he spoke a bit too much just the week before. Isn't that right, Comps? I believe he was talking a lot.
You don't want to play me.
And yeah, he got absolutely annihilated when it came. Couldn't walk, right? You know, did the talk but couldn't do the walk. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be back next week. Comps.
And there we see a couple of those instances there with Crosscounter. Was trying to just force a bit too much. Wasn't really confirming. Wasn't playing that solid style that we come to expect from Karen, her dominating ground style, and really he just got ran over by Leo. Leo was ready and waiting for those opportunities.
No. It's a football match.
And he was ready and waiting to pop off as well. Repping his team, Envyus.
I'll translate for you guys. Envyus, baby, what are you saying?
May we.
Great result there. Let's see what the desk thought about that. Tom, you guys see that magic?
Thank you very much, F-Word. Thank you very much, Logan. That was incredible. It was brilliant. I was sat with Comms and the rest of the guys like Joker Jason and RMZ. Well, obviously, we all saw that at the end. Leo definitely got a yellow card there for taking a shirt off at the end. But what a passionate celebration there. May we indeed for Envyus, 3-0. Strong showing there from Envyus.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say expected for the day because this team looks like they can, you know, do great things. But you could literally see with Leo's pop-off at the end how much it meant, because obviously these guys, no win since the beginning of the...
No points at all.
Yeah, no points at all. First win, and also such a big win and such a convincing one. It has to set them in a good momentum for next week.
Yeah, definitely. How did you see that one, Tyrone?
Yeah, 3-0. Couldn't have had it better. I'm sure Comps is happy over there.
Very much.
Bet he was a good person to sit next to for that one.
Yeah, he was great. Do you know what? It was amazing. I got to sit with the players who have already played, or some have got matches coming up. The way they critique their fellow players is fascinating. The way they were saying, why is he doing that? There's too much jumping, ground control, look after the ground control. And that was really interesting. There were a lot of jumping moments from Reason. Is that something you picked up on?
Yeah, we're actually saying the same thing with Tarrant. Yeah. I mean, I think that's very common for anyone competing in Street Fighter, which is you want to watch and you want to see what they're about. And you kind of see moments like, I would never have done that ever.
Yeah.
So it kind of frustrates you because you're like, you think that there is a better solution at the moment.
Of course.
And we just like to share this kind of stuff. But that's what exactly what we were saying each other.
Well, listen, let's welcome TKR, member of Envyus, the winning team, down to the panel, and let's get our French out. Come on, TKR. C'est très bien. Come and take a seat.
Hello, my friend.
Congratulations.
Hello, Samad. C'est Snowflatrick.
Well, where do we go with this? Talk to me, that performance.
The performance, no problem. Of the performance. We are the best team of the Gfinity.
Okay, that's strong words, knowing full well this is your first 3 points.
Yeah.
It must feel good to get that first win. You might be the best team, in your opinion, but it must be important now. 3 points.
Yeah, the 3 points is it's a good start for our team. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not finished for us.
Okay, I love that. Let's talk about this. Damascus, you can ask in French maybe for TKR. I mean, how did he see those matchups in his first game against Undercover against Nakali?
Tu veux en français?
Ouais, vas-y.
I'm just gonna ask him exactly what's matter.
Yeah.
Le premier match-up, moi je l'avais vendu comme tu joues beaucoup Link Excello, t'es chaud comme Nekali, tu le sentais comme ça ou pas?
Yeah. Je me sentais parfaitement confiant contre le Nekali. Après Nekali, ça reste Nekali.
Ouais.
Enfin, voilà, c'est des 50-50. En un match gagné, c'est un peu compliqué. Donc, faut faire les bons choix, mais ça va, j'ai pas eu trop de situations à choix, quoi.
Ouais, ça va. Yeah. He said pretty much what we expected at the beginning, which is he trains a lot against Nekali, so he was confident. But regardless of confidence, Nekali has the capacity to put you in like dangerous 50-50 situations, and he feels like what made him win is he was able to completely prevent this situation from happening.
Okay, so who's your next matchup team that you would like to see? You're taking on Prophecy. You just saw them beat Method 3-0.
Yeah.
You must be a little bit nervous, or you still got that confidence to be jumping up the stairs
We are
like that?
confident for all teams.
All teams.
All teams. Yeah.
What happened with the overhead? We went for the overhead and he DP'd? There's a bad read?
It was a reset because my combo don't
Didn't kill.
don't
The
kill
fireball.
the
Yeah.
He tried.
I tried to reset, but
He was mashing.
yeah, matching DP, EXDP.
Wow. So you're going to be taking on Prophecy. Out of their players, you might have watched their
Qui joue
performance.
qui, Prophétie?
Who would you like to see?
Ceux qui viennent passer là, Real Menace, Akainu, Shivruken, RMZ. Il dit si tu joues contre eux, en fait, est-ce que tu as entre guillemets peur d'eux et sinon qui est-ce que t'aimerais jouer?
Bah, j'aimerais éviter les Laura, tu vois. Ça serait
Right.
pas mal. Shivs, I don't like Laura, so
He just wants to avoid the Loras.
yeah.
Just avoid those ones. Well, listen, you weren't here, guys, Damascus Tyrant or TKR. We asked people at home to vote on who they thought the MVP was from last week. Great question. It went to Afi in the end, but people have spoken. They've given their opinion, and we really appreciate it. So thanks for getting involved. But 56% went to Takamura, which is interesting. I didn't ask you, Damascus, and I didn't ask you, Tyrant. Who would you have given that most valuable player to?
Well,
on last week's performance?
I was part of those who said Takamura for last week
We had a little
because
discussion about this.
yeah, because like as much as yes, he lost to Afi and that was quite a big loss and everything. First of all, he came back with the composure of being able to win for his team, even though he came back from a tough loss. Usually, you just after this kind of moment, you're kind of down psychologically. You can't really play your game and everything. And he came so solid. And even overall, the fact that every single day he's been delivering. He always delivered what we expected from him. I kind of felt like it was time to finally give him these awards.
And what about yourself, Tyrant?
It's a difficult one because I feel like I want to go Takamura, but the team overall didn't win. So I don't know. I kind of have to go with Afi, but I think Takamura's play is definitely more hype. I like to watch Ken more than Laura, so I'll go for Takamura.
Okay, well, listen, there's a boo there from a beautiful Gfinity arena. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of match 3. We've had 3 matches already. We have one on the way. It's going to be Endpoint versus Epson. At the moment, Endpoint sitting pretty at the top of the table because they've still got a match in hand. What we're going to do is have a little break. We'll be back at 9 p.m. You do not want to miss this one.
For the stun. Oh, the block! I can't believe it! Oh, there it is! Just the power takes it.
I want to see who the dominant brother is right now. This is going to be a war. Looking confident.
He needs something, Oh my days, the power is gonna go to his brother now, pop it off with the rose.